What's up YouTube, Andy back again with another Let's Play, Let's Finish, and we're going to take on Ninja Turtles, which is quite a difficult game, largely because it's not very well made and the hit detection's crap, the enemy placement's pretty iffy, it's generally not very fair. Yeah, it's a tough game, but if you learn its nuances, it can be finished. And yeah, we're going to have a good go at that today. Hopefully we get through it alright. The last level is rock hard. You have to farm a few items really to get through it, or I certainly do. I imagine there's people that can do it without doing that. I am definitely not one of them. So, it's not a linear game, Ninja Turtles. You've got to find your way through it. I know the way through it pretty well. I've played it a lot. So yeah, I shall show you the route, and yeah, hopefully we can get through fairly unscathed. So when you come out the first sewer, you want to go under the water, and yeah, look alive when you come down there, because there's like a insect thing that hits you straight away on the ladder. So bollocks. What a start. This bit's so easy as well. I'm dying here, I'm in big trouble. Alright, so you have to fight one of Bebop or Rocksteady on this part. He's pretty easy, just stay out of his way and hit him, or let him punch the shit out of you in the corner like I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, the whole first part of the game is rescuing April. It's really easy, but it does not prepare you for some of the rest of the game. So yeah, out of that sewer, and you want to go. You can go in that building back there if you want to get some pizza, but you want to go in the one there by the river, and yeah, get moving. So in this game, you can select any of the 4 turtles on the fly, which is a really cool part of the game. That's the thing about this game. Despite it having a lot of flaws, and it is really heavily flawed game, it's got some really cool things as well, such as, yeah, switching turtles on the fly. Yeah, in this menu here, you can choose who you want to be. And it's cool as well because they've all got different abilities. Now, the problem with that is that Donatello is massively stronger than any of the other turtles. So you spend a lot of the game using him. His bow staff's got the best reach, it's the most powerful. You basically want to be Donatello. Fuck. And yeah, you want to be Donatello, and at the same time you want to protect him, so if he's low on life, you don't want to lose him, because once you lose a turtle, you don't get him back until yeah, you don't get him back unless you have to use a continue, and you only get 2 continues. And yeah, this game's pretty mean. It's quite it's not generous at all. So yeah, it's definitely a case of learning the nuances, and also, despite Donnie being the strongest, the other turtles do have their uses. Leonardo's katanas have got a fairly good reach, and they're very quick, for example, so they're good on enemies like these. Yeah, you have to sort of learn this as you go. So yeah, always been a big Ninja Turtles fan. It was such a huge craze, wasn't it, when it came out? I remember my brothers and I being absolutely obsessed with it for a good couple of years. And yeah, we definitely enjoyed playing this game, even though, as I say, it's very tricky and slightly, well, realistically there's just a lot better Turtles games out there. Turtles in Time, obviously, and yeah, even Manhattan Project and the arcade game on the NES are probably preferable to this. I do have a bit of a soft spot for this though. I love platform games. Any of you guys that have watched any of my playthroughs so far, yeah, we would have seen that I just really enjoy platformers. Action platformers especially. So yeah, I got a bit of a soft spot for this game. Kind of cool for me because yeah, Donnie being the strongest suits me, because when I was little I was always, yeah, Donatello was always my turtle. Everyone had their own one, didn't they? So yeah, Donnie's ideal. Crap jump this. You have to yeah, time it just right, otherwise you knock your head on the ceiling and you have to fall down and do it again. So Here's your GoldenEye moment. You jump off the dam into the water and you end up in an area where you have to defuse a load of bombs. And everyone hates this bit, but it's really easy. You just got to know the route. So I shall show you that. After you've defused the first bomb, yeah, swim along this way. Now you can just swim straight through that electricity. It takes away your life, but there's plenty of time. You don't need to do that. Yeah, so if you swim up here and grab that bomb there, defuse that. So that's 2 down. Yeah, now drop back down again, and from here on, it's more or less a straight line. So yeah, you shouldn't get lost. I think most people find this a bit difficult because if they take hits, they forget to change Turtle before he dies, which obviously puts you back to the start. Yeah, and they can't find the way, but honestly, the route's easy, it's fine. So Donatello's taken a bit of a battering, because I've been a bit slapdash with avoiding the electric. That seaweed stuff gets you as well. So we'll tag him in for a different turtle. So yeah, this bit's a bit awkward. You're going to take some hits, but yeah, like I say, don't worry about it too much. Just do your best. I took 3 then, I mean, that's not too bad. You can take more if you want. Bollocks. Fucking thing still got me. Yeah, okay, so I think after this one there's only 2 more left, and we've still got a minute, so loads of time. I'd say that, get a little bit tense. No, there's plenty of time, I think. The other thing down here, like the swimming mechanic's really bad. You have to like really quickly press the swim button. It's not like Mario. You have to be really rapid on it to get any sort of upwards movement. Plenty of time to spare, so we don't really need to rush too much. There we go. Okay, so area 3, and you can get in the party bus, turtle wagon, whatever it's called. Okay, you want to go in the first building you come to, and the reason for that is, in here is some missiles that you need for the van, and also you can recharge your turtles. There's some pizzas in it, so you'll want to be doing that. And I'll show you me going through it one time, but you want to come back through it until all 4 turtles have got full life. Yeah, take the opportunity. And also, yeah, you acquire sort of 30 odd missiles or something like that. And yeah, that's pretty handy. Yeah, this up here, as you come up that ladder, you cannot avoid that enemy, I don't think there's any way to do it. I mean, maybe I've certainly not figured it out. Now this jump can be made, despite it not seeming like it can. It's kind of a glitch. What you do is just as you jump, it can take a couple of tries. There you go. Yeah, at the very peak of your jump, just as you're coming past that edge, you can, yeah, you can sort of press left and it glitches you onto it. And that's pretty useful because, fuck, I'm taking a lot of hits through it. Yeah, it's pretty useful because it saves you having to go through that crap to get to this pizza. So that's Donnie recharged. Okay, so we've got the turtles back to more or less full health. I should probably fill them up all the way to the top, but I can't be bothered. So back in the van and go to the left and head down. Now, because we've done a couple of trips through that route, we've got 20 missiles, which should be plenty to get us through this next part. So yeah, you head to the left and then right across to the river. I always thought it was so cool when I was younger, being able to drive the turtle van. I never had a clue where I was going, but yeah, I always thought this bit was awesome. It's only used once in the game actually, for this part. After that it's gone. As you can see, the graphics get a bit glitchy. This game's got some really bad performance issues, like yeah, the frame rate goes really badly to shit when there's a lot going on screen, and it can make it even more difficult. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah, I am. So up here you'll come across a couple of bridges. One over the foot soldiers, obviously. So towards the end of this game, I should probably be pretty quiet because I'm not brilliant at this game, and I'm going to have to really concentrate, I think, if I want any chance of finishing it. So as I say, right, Donatello is easily the best turtle. However, there are bits in the game that are easier with other turtles, and this next part is one of them. I shall show you why. You use Donnie for the first part. I like the way I still call him Donnie after all these years. Whoops. Yeah, you use him to get rid of these guys because otherwise you're going to be there forever. And underneath, yeah, in the sewer here, clear out this guy. Sometimes you're lucky and he just throws himself in the water. Yeah, along here, the best thing to do is to be Leo because his sword is good for taking out these things. And the trick is, don't jump too high. It's really tempting to sort of somersault across, but you don't want to do that. And yeah, there's a pizza up here, which I'll grab for Donnie. That geezer up there will throw himself in the water. I don't know if this guy will, I hope so. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so again, there's a pizza up there right by a sewer lid, so if you've got low lives on your turtles, now's the time to recharge them because you can just go, yeah, you can go out, go back in, and the pizza will be there again. But we're all good, we've got healthy turtles. So yeah, out of that sewer and into the next door. Yeah, actually, this game's kind of longer than I thought. I'm not sure how long this recording's going to be. Hopefully it's not too massive. I'll probably trim it down a little bit, take out some of the nonsense. I certainly won't make you sit through me like farming weapons and things, which you do need to do later. What it is later on in the game, there's a weapon you can find called a scroll, and the scrolls are so much more powerful than any other weapon in the game, like ridiculously so. And to get through level 6, that's so unfair coming out the ladder there. Yeah, to get through level 6, you're going to want some scrolls. It can be done without, and it's just a lot harder. I mean, it's really hard with the scrolls as well, so yeah. Anyway, that wasn't very good. So along here is a boss fight, and you have to rescue Splinter, who has been strung up mercilessly. It's one of those annoying bosses that won't leave you alone, they just keep walking into you to kill you. And there's another guy straight after. Right, Donnie's down to one more hit and he's dead territory, so we have to switch it up. I'm making a bit of a meal of this, to be honest with you. Oh well, that's it. I do like the sprites in this game. Splinter's pretty cool. And also, if you look on the pause screen, this one, yeah, the turtles, they look like the original Laird and is it Laird and Eastman? Yeah, they look like the comic books, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, we've more or less recharged all the turtles. That should be enough life. At any opportunity like you get to recharge them all with pizza, do it, because yeah, this game is very tricky and it's not at all generous with continues and things. So. Yeah, you only get 2. I don't know if I've already said that. So this next part that we're on, the route isn't especially obvious. You have to go through like a series of manhole covers. I think you're supposed to be at JFK Airport, and you have to, yeah, the route. I mean, I shall show you the way. I've got it in my head pretty much. I think. I hope so. Anyway, and Yeah, again, you can get yourself ever muddled up and go into places you don't need to be, and take unnecessary damage and all that sort of thing. So it's important to know your route. So my playthroughs so far have had kind of a bit of a heavy NES bias. I probably need to. I've already said it as well, and I think in one of my other ones I need to do a different system. I did play through Lost Levels on the SNES, but originally, even that was a NES game. So yeah, I don't know what. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. I wouldn't mind doing. I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing a couple of Sega games, I guess. I'm not as well practiced at a lot of Sega stuff though. Right, along here, it's good to be Wrath, and not to walk into enemies. So what do we all think of the new Ninja Turtles film? It was a bit of a wrong turtle. It was a bit of a Michael Bay shit fest, wasn't it? I still liked it. I did. I think the Turtles just get a free pass from me. They must do for me to enjoy a Michael Bay film. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed seeing an interpretation of the Ninja Turtles, a modern one, but it could have been so much better. I still like the original movie. I remember going to see it in the cinema when I was little. Yeah, I still enjoy that. Had Jim Henson doing all the puppeteering and stuff for it, didn't it? Very cool. But yeah, the new one, that whole scene where they're flying down the mountain on the snow and all that, yeah, it was a bit much. But the one thing I would say about that film was they kind of got the character of Donatello pretty damn spot on, didn't they? Which was cool. I know the next one's out next year. I shall probably. Shit, I didn't want to fall down here. Yeah, I should probably go and see that. I dragged my girlfriend to the last one. I don't think she was too impressed with it. Yeah, as you can see, Raph's weapon's really good on those lasers. Yeah, it's alright, there's only one route through it. Again, get Donnie and his bow staff out so you can jab these things. You don't have to bother killing the two at the bottom unless you fall down, which can be done. I'm definitely more than capable of falling down there. It's the next one up again. And you get a mid-level boss that's the easiest boss in history. Just stay up top. Yeah, as you can see, the numbers are going up, so we're on to 9. Now the next one, if you head up to the fence, head up to the fence and go right. And it's the first one, well not the first one, it's the second one you come to. What I tend to do in this game with turtles, such as Michelangelo, who I hardly ever use, is I just use them if I know I'm going to lose some life or whatever, or I'm going to not make a jump or any of that sort of shit. He's basically the sacrificial one. Just use him to take the hit. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get walloped here. So yeah, and again we find ourselves at a moment where we can restore the turtles with a pizza. So yeah, I shall do that. It's actually only Mikey that needs it now. I think I'll just press on. Should be able to make it. The boss at the end of this level is like a giant Mauser thing. It's really, really easy if you've got Donatello still alive. Right, the one on the left, I think. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, learning the sort of nuances of the jumping system in this game can be kind of hard to get your head around. It's just not very well. It's just not very well made. It's not as sort of tightly designed as Mega Man or anything like that. Not even close. Right, you mustn't fall in that fire because you're a goner. So Michelangelo, he's the turtle I tend to gamble with. Fuck. Wasn't expecting that. That jump's not difficult. It always freaks me out because you really don't want to lose a turtle there. And you go to the one by the fence this time. As you can see, the numbers are going up correctly. We're on to 17, and we only need to get to 18, and we're on the boss. So that's cool. Alright, this next part is a little bit irritating and you can easily cark it if you're not careful. You have to drop through these gaps and there's these like crusher things that close in on you as you're going along, and you can really easily miss dropping into the gap, and if you miss it, you're dead, and it's really annoying. So I shall go into focus mode. I don't know why this bit, this bit gets me, I don't know why. I think it's because I panicked. There we go. It looked so easy then, right? So with the Mauser, well, firstly you don't want your boomerang out. What you do, you stand bang in the middle and his lasers won't hit you. And all you've got to do is time it so that the little Mausers that he fires out don't land on your head. And that's it. Piece of cake. Alright, so onto the turtle blimp. Okay, so we are now onto the foot base. Now, there is a map here, and what you've got to do, firstly, make sure you've got all 4 turtles fully charged. You're going to definitely need that, because this is kind of like the final run of the game. You've got to fight the Technodrome, and you've got to fight, you've got to do the last level and fight Shredder as well. So what you want to do is you want to stock up on stuff. And as I said earlier, there's a weapon called the Scrolls, and you want to get loads of them to make the last level more easy. But bear in mind, before you can even carry those Scrolls to the last level, you're going to have to kill the Technodrome, which isn't, well, it's not too bad, but it can be tricky. So, fuck it. Yeah, if you try and attack upwards when there's a ladder around, you just climb up the ladder and take a hit. It's really irritating. The Scrolls are in the building on the far left of your map, and yeah, if you come along to this side, climb up the 3rd rung along with Donnie, very important. Yeah, use an upward bow strike as those 2 things attack you. You can then jump up here and get the Scrolls. Now, I'm going to farm a few now for the other turtles, so everyone's got some. I just threw one then, you can see how strong it was, they're really powerful. Yeah, I'm going to farm some, get the other turtles to all be carrying a few, and then I shall come back to you and we shall go to the Technodrome. Now, the only slight problem with me sort of flippantly saying go to the Technodrome is that obviously the Technodrome is mobile, and they have made it mobile in this game, and it's never, well, it can be in a series of locations basically. Yeah, you've got to find it, and some of the routes to getting to it are harder than others, but the harder routes have got a bigger chance of it being there. So yeah, it's kind of irritating. There's one route that's ridiculously easy, that if you were going to speed run, that would be the way that you would need the Technodrome to be in order for your speed run to be successful. But if it's not there, you can't make it. It's one of the reasons that people don't like speed running this game, because yeah, it's completely unreliable as to where the level will be, or the boss will be. So yeah, anyway, I'll come back to you when I've got enough Scrolls. Okay, so we are back. Yeah, I had quite a lengthy break actually. I got a phone call, so yeah, it's probably a good thing. It gives me a bit of a chance to refocus. So anyway, I've recharged all the turtles. They've all got full life, and they've all got a nice amount of the Scrolls weapon. So now it's to find the Technodrome. So that can be in 3 different places. There's 3 sewer outlets, and I've already checked 2 of them, and it's not in either of those. So it must be in the 3rd one, which is yeah, down the bottom right here. It's really frustrating actually, because you can oftentimes find it first go, and it makes the run just so much quicker and easier. But yeah, not today. We weren't lucky, so we shall just press on anyway. So I'm trying to sort of avoid too much contact with enemies here, because I mean you're going to take a couple of hits, but you want to be saving your turtles because the Technodrome's next, and the Technodrome's pretty tricky. And yeah, directly after the Technodrome is the last level, and if you want any chance of doing it without using a continue, then yeah, you need to be looking after your turtles. The Technodrome itself is it's alright. If you're being Donnie, it's fine. It's alright. This enemy at the bottom here is one of the worst enemies in the game. They'll absolutely destroy you. Alright, now, Mikey took a battering there, but never mind. Alright, so the Technodrome is probably through this door. In fact, I think it must be because it wasn't through the other two. So, yeah, fingers crossed. So we'll select Donatello. Yeah, here it is. So, the first thing you've got to do is get in the right corner and duck down because that electric shit that is shooting out the front takes like a 30 life bar straight away. Okay, next job is to destroy these guns. Whilst trying to not get shot. I'm not doing a very good job. But never mind, just press on. This is heavy concentration time. Right, so that's the guns done. Now, you got to try and hit his eyeball, but you mustn't jump too high, otherwise you yourself get hit by the eye, and yeah, it takes quite a lot of damage off you. You've also got to deal with these arseholes as you go along, which is annoying. Alright, Donnie's taken too many hits, so I'll tag in Leo. He's the next character that can make some difference here. As you can see, I'm making a pretty sizable meal of this. I can usually, well I say usually, I've done this before without losing, well not without losing any life, but you know, keeping Donatello the whole time, but never mind. It's the pressure of doing it on camera. Oh dear, yeah, it took a beat in there, never mind. So we're now on to the last level, which is yeah, really difficult, and I've just nearly lost 2 turtles, so I'm going to have to be really, really careful. Actually, I've nearly lost 3 turtles. Okay, I think we can certainly have a go at doing it anyway. Alright, yeah, there's a couple of pizzas that you can get. That's not a good start. Look alive, Sam. Right, first job is to go and get a pizza for Donatello. He's going to need that, and to give us any chance of getting through this. So yeah, I'm going to take that gun out if I can. Yeah, I've definitely made a real mess at the end of this game. I don't know if I'm going to get through it actually. I'm not just being like pessimistic, it's going to be really difficult, but yeah, let's see how we do. Job 1, sort this guy out a pizza. You've got to really concentrate along here because the enemies suddenly pop up. Right, pizza for Donatello. That's him back in the game. You can just kind of sense when one's coming sometimes. So up this ladder, and yeah, you've got to be careful as you come up here because an enemy pops up immediately and hits you. So avoid that. Those things, it's like kangaroo things. They are really, really dangerous. That's really bad. I've just accidentally picked up some shurikens, never mind. This is like the most disastrous possible run of this game. Yeah, not had a lot of luck really. But fingers crossed, I can still make something happen, get through it. Okay, so yeah, you have to be like really, really methodical along here. The trouble is, the lead up to Shredder is just ridiculous. It's like a corridor that you've got to go down, and I mean, how on earth you're supposed to get down here without taking a hit is beyond me. Okay, so there should be some scrolls here. Now, obviously, I just lost Donatello, so I'll get those back. Just assessing the health of my somewhat crook turtles. Alright, let's try Raph. Now, yeah, you may be as well to try and avoid a lot of these enemies. That's like one way of doing it. I'm trying the sort of bludgeon them to death with scrolls approach. But yeah, you know, you can actually sort of jump through this area quite quickly if you're good. So this is pizza down here, I think. So I'll give Leo the pizza because he's got 39 scrolls, which are useful, and he's got no life at all. So makes sense. Drop down. Can't remember where is it? I think it's left. So those blue guys, they are really, really, really damaging. You don't want to take a hit off with any of them. And over here is like what I think is the only invincibility in the whole game. Like they don't give you any of these. So yeah, you can just cane along this bit. Right, so this is the lead up to Shredder. Now this is the bit where you're going to take some serious, serious damage. So I'm just figuring out what turtle is best to use. I'm going to let Mikey take a hit first. You like how I'm certain he's going to take a hit. The trouble is, it's these blue dudes. Yeah, right, onto Raph. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty tense right now. Okay, Leo. Yeah, Leo's pretty very healthy. I think you can probably leave those behind you if you really want to, but yeah, we're not going to. Okay, so on this part, what you've got to do is you kill the little robot thing. We don't want those shurikens. That's a classic example of it trying to give you a shit weapon. Yeah, you kill the little robot things and then take a step forward and duck and let the blue guy get out of the way, because otherwise you're just going to get totally destroyed here. The amount of times you'll die coming down this corridor because you're trying to rush it. We're getting very close to Shredder now. Leo's getting low on scrolls, he's got 4 left. Okay, so up here you've got like a mini boss, and then, yeah, then Shredder. So, let's trigger the mini boss. Not too bad, not too bad with scrolls. Right, now we take out the main man, Donatello. Make sure we've got the scrolls equipped. Now all you've got to do with Shredder is make sure he doesn't shoot you with his gun, because it kills you instantly, it's a one-hit kill. So, woo! Okay, yeah, so that is Ninja Turtles defeated. That last bit of that game can be incredibly frustrating. You know, it's definitely no shame in dying a lot doing it. Yeah, the ending screen's pretty cool as well, although ridiculously brief for such a sort of epic game. Yeah, the hardest part of the game, without doubt, the last level, the lead up to Shredder, you just gotta, like, I don't know, the best thing to do is watch someone else do it, and then, yeah, try and sort of recreate what they do, because trying to figure it out for yourself is just incredibly difficult. So anyway, thanks very much for watching another Let's Play. Quite a long one this time, I would imagine. Hope you enjoyed seeing Ninja Turtles to completion, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers guys, bye bye.